All right. Good morning, everybody. Apologize for being a minute late. Um, couldn't get my mic to work, and then you realize that you got to turn it off mute. So one of those bizarre situations. But that being said, let's get into this. So what I wanted to do today was I wanted to go over um, Facebook ads. So what I wanted to do is be able to show you how to be able to take your listing or a listing and advertise for lead generation. And so there's a couple different ways that we can do lead generation. One would be creating a lead form right inside of Facebook. The second would be just sending them to your website and then having your website require them to log in. So um, why don't we get started? So I'm going to, sorry, I'm just going to share it here. Now, where I would like to start, let me just make sure that we are sharing. We are good. Okay, perfect. And so, where I would like to start is first of all, let's find some details about the listing. What I'm going to do is look it up on realtor.ca because all this information is publicly visible. So, what I want to do now, you can use your own website, you can use the board website, you can use whatever you want. I'm going to realtor.ca only because I want to make sure that we're using an example that's good across the country. And so here's all the information on the listing. So what I would do is first of all, I want to grab the link and I want to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to ask it to review the following web page for a new listing at 12208 41st Street and give a brief summary. Now, I'm doing this because I want to know that it's actually going to read the information from the website. Okay, so it looks like we are good. And it's actually gone to multiple different websites, which is great. Okay, to confirm that the information is there. Okay, perfect. So now what I want to do is I want to start to think about creating hooks for the post. So we're going to walk you through a process. We're going to first do a post on Facebook. Then we're going to uh, advertise that specific post. And we're going to advertise, in this case, I'm in Edmonton. It is an investment property. So I want to advertise it in Vancouver and Toronto. Okay, what we're seeing is that market is so strong in Vancouver and Toronto. Housing prices are so strong that maybe you can get a condo for $1 million in the downtown Vancouver area. Where what we want to do is show them that they can buy a half duplex that has a legal basement suite that has revenue of $2,200 upstairs, $1,600 for the basement, and 4.25 for the garage, and it pays for their mortgage plus. So, and then try and generate some leads from there. So, what we're going to do is we're going to use the 50 viral posts. If you don't have that link, you're going to see the link in the video later. Um, I'm not going to go through the complete breakdown of how to do this because we've already done a video on this. So this is mine already filled out. So I've done a lot of the meaningful parts. Some things that I want to change is they are not first-time home buyers. They are investors in real estate from other provinces. Okay, and I'm going to grab this as well. Investors in real estate from other provinces. So I've changed that. Then as I scroll down, we've already got the voice and tone in there. We don't have to worry about that. I do like using Perplexity to make sure that we have the focus and citing the actual sites that AI is using. Okay, so normally I would say do a Perplexity search. In this case, it's just for the listing, so I'm not going to do too much on that. Then as we go down, so step one says, okay, we're looking to write a hook. Actually, what I need to do is I need to copy this, investors, because I will need it later. So we need to write a hook, because what I want to do is create a great Facebook post that is going to get people to want to click through for more information. So Roll, we're an expert hook writer. You know exactly how to write the message to make it irresistible, fascinating, and pay attention. So we ask them to follow the instructions below. Here's the task that educates, and I'm going to change that out. Oh, I guess I didn't copy it properly. Let's try again. Okay, so we want to make sure that we are consistent with the process. About the reader. Okay, so we've asked some questions about this. Now, the readers are actually, let's change this up, because what we want to do is make sure that we have the right demographic that that we are appealing to. So I'm going to go here, and so if we were to have a website, oh, first of all, I want to tell it it's Roll really quick. So you are an expert in real estate psychographics. If we were to have a website that specialized in, I want to make sure it's consistent, helping investors in real estate from other provinces buy homes in Edmonton, let's say Alberta for clarity, for investment purposes. What would be the psychographics? Oh, I guess I spelled that wrong. The psychographics of the typical person who this would appeal to. So let's see what ChatGPT gives us. Once again, we want consistency running through the documents that we're using. We want to make sure that we're asking ChatGPT to speak to the right group of people. So it's saying, first of all, the person wants to be risk conscious yet growth oriented. What does ERS refer to? Many investors are likely to diverse. Not sure what the ERS refers to, but anyway, let's grab this. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back to my main post about the reader. I'm going to change this out. The readers are the following psychographic profile, or the readers have, I guess, would be correct English. Once again, not the end of the world if it's not perfect. But so now we've told it some basics there. The hook topic we got to change, right? We have to go back to our investors. Now, hook topic research is what we need to put in. So I'm not changing my style, right? My voice, my tone, my style, all can be the same. Once again, watch the video again if you haven't seen it. I'm going to grab this. Hook topic research. I'm going to go back up. I'm going to drop this. Oh, I'm going to drop this in. Now, that's actually a little big. I'm just going to bring it back down to the normal size. There we go. The property is currently rented. Okay, so this property in Bergman neighborhood is distinctive with over 1,700 square feet above grade space and a legal 3-bedroom basement suite. It boasts 3 spacious bedrooms and 3 bathrooms across 2.5-story upstairs. With ample room and unique design, this home appeals. So what we want to do is also note that it's appealing to the individuals as a rental rather than a purchase, okay? Unique design, this home could appeal to families or individuals. Modern living spaces for rent within Edmonton. The property is currently rented for, then I give some details. Okay, $2,200 upstairs, $1,600 for the basement, and $425 for the garage. Okay, so we've given them some basic information here. Told them about the hooks. I've gone through and chosen some hooks that I want to use, and I'll show you how I would change it up. I'm going to correct that. So basically everything has been updated. So now all we want to do is grab this total prompt. See, because we've done our homework up front, this flies right through, right? So we've already talked about the voice style, tone, etc. Start here at the role. Going to drop it in ChatGPT. Now, that being said, I only want to use hooks 2, 10, or 2, 7, 10, okay, 13, and 15. So then I scroll down to the hooks. I don't want to use 1. So I can delete that. I want 7, so I'm going to delete all the way to hook 7. So I got 2, 7, 10, 13, and 15. Now I didn't read through all the hooks. Okay, I just went through a number of them and grabbed some that I thought would provide some of the best responses. Oh. So now we're going to get rid of 16 through 50. So now all we've listed are these hooks, 2, 7, 10, 13, 15. Now, just want to double check. Yeah. Okay, so we've updated all of that. Oh, just checking that my information is all there. And that's just punctuation. Now I'm going to hit enter. And it's going to give us some information on the hooks. Then, once that is done, we're going to go to step 2. So hopefully when I leave the page, it keeps thinking. So now what we're looking for step 2 is we want to pick and upgrade the favorite hooks. So I'm going to look at the hooks and I'm going to see which 2 or 3, okay, are the best for me. Let's go back to ChatGPT. And I'm going to read through. Get the unique advantage of investing in Edmonton real estate without overpaying in major markets. Looking for a growth opportunity to get the power of an affordable, high-yield market without the price tags of big city real estate. Edmonton's market is prime for investors who want reliable returns, not the high cost of traditional hubs. Imagine the property already for rent and cash flow. Now, the challenge that I did here is I have a terrible topic because the topic is about buying in Edmonton, but it's not about buying this property. So I see I've made an error. I'm going to grab it all. Might be easier to go right here. So the real topic that we want to use is here. Investors in real estate from other provinces. So investing in real estate in Edmonton by purchasing 12208 41st Street. Okay, by purchasing a half or a property with a legal, or I'm going to say fully rented, purchasing, okay, we got to make sure we're putting this in the right place. So it's actually, we're purchasing a fully rented property with a legal basement suite at, and then the property. So now I'm going to redo this, okay? So I've changed the topic that we're going to do. Now I want to make sure, yeah, so the website is about investing in real estate in Edmonton, Alberta. Psychographic, we got the right psychographic. Okay, so my error was just I wasn't specific on the property. So let's try again. Now, actually, you know what? Rather than deleting all those other ones, let's go back here. I will copy and paste. And then I'm just going to jump back in here. Grab my topic because I thought I did a good job with that. Research topic. Go back in here. Roll. Oh, it's much harder to read in here, so I apologize about the readers. It's after that. Hook topic right here. There we go. Investors in real estate in Edmonton by purchasing a fully rented property with legal basement suite at this property. So now I'm going to hit enter. That's why it's so powerful to be able to just stop, read through the information. If you don't like it, you can just communicate with ChatGPT and say, oh, made an error. So let's try again. I do like these hooks that they've written for the topic. But let's see what they come up with for the specific property. So get the financial freedom of real estate investing without the high cost of major markets. Discover the power of investing in growth market without breaking the bank. This fully rented duplex at this address in Edmonton gives you consistent cash flow from day one with tenants in place with legal basement suite. Okay. I'll let you in a secret. Hook number 2, I'll let you in a secret. If you're not investing in Edmonton real estate, you're missing out on consistent returns. Here's how to change that. Thinking big city real estate is your best bet? Think again. Edmonton's market offers high returns with lower risks, and properties like 12208 41st Street were already rented for instant income. Start here with security. Okay, hook 10. If you're not exploring the Edmonton real estate market, you're falling behind. Here's why this fully rented property is a perfect investment. Okay, I like that. Hook 13, finally, you can invest in fully rented Edmonton property without the hassles of finding tenants. Okay, here's the smartest way to start your investment in Edmonton real estate with a property that's already generating cash flow. Okay, so I'm going to say I like 15 and 10. So then what we do is we go to step 2. Here's the prompt. Okay, I'm going to paste it into ChatGPT. And then hooks 15 and 10. Actually, why don't we make it in numerical order? 10 and 15. Now, we can always change this if we want it to be a little bit wordier in the basic description. Okay, let's say we did. Actually, no, let's do this. Back to 200. With relevant details, ideas, and information, the goal is for the social media post. Then only 1 to 2 sentences per paragraph. Okay, we're good. So now we want them to expand on this. So now it's going to expand on this. Just takes a second while it's doing that. Step 3 is actually where we're going to say, okay, now turn this into a Facebook post. Okay. So while it's thinking, okay, so we have 2 write-ups. Great. Now this is where I said, okay, stop at 200. Maybe it'll write, we could do another 2 paragraphs to take it to 300. All it's doing is it's just giving a thought process in behind the hook. Okay. Now, I like this hook here. Let's say it's number 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this Facebook prompt, grab the roll, grab the whole thing, drop it in ChatGPT. I'm going to grab hook 10, okay, and all the information. I'm going to say turn hook 10 text below into expanded messages. Now, we really don't need all this information. We don't need the image prompt. We don't need any of that. Okay, but because it's just cut and paste, it's easy. I'm trying to make this really simple. Okay, and while that's coming up, I need to go to the Facebook business page because we're now going to do a post. Now, we've got ChatGPT giving us the suggestions, or they're working on the suggestions for the post. Okay. We don't worry about the image prompt. If you're not exploring Edmonton real estate, you're falling behind. There's the write up. It's giving us some additional headlines to put in there. Now, what we want to do is we want to go to KV Core and we want to pull up the listing. Okay. So 12204, 41st. Oh, because it's not 04. Sorry, it's 08. 41st. That's why it was confused. So when we click on the listing, over here, it's going to create a link for us. So there's two ways that we can do this. We can just copy this link and automatically post it, or we can create a squeeze page. If you're creating, the benefit of creating a squeeze page is we're going to be able to see where that traffic came from on our website, and we're also going to be able to determine how many properties they get to look at before they have to log in. Okay, so right now I have my, pretty sure I have my website requiring them to log in. Just going to wait for this to come up. Let's see. I want to know, are they able to look at the site and get some information? Yeah, so you don't have to log in to view the property on my site. What I want to do is just get them exploring information on my website. So I'm fine with that. If I had wanted them to register and I wanted it to be the lead generation, then what we would do is go to KV Core. We go to lead engine. We would build a squeeze page. We would go to single property squeeze page. We'd look up the listing. Okay, the source is Facebook. I just put FB. Hashtag. When I'm using the hashtag, how they come in, I would say E4410786. So I use the MLS number as one hashtag. Why did that not work? Oh, because I put the hashtag. Sorry. There we go. Hashtag is in there. Second one. Out of province buyer. Okay. So that's a second hashtag that I would use because I want to be able to allocate where that buyer is coming in from so I can send them other properties, etc. When do I want them to register? If it's lead generation, you say immediately. Okay. And then you can say generate your links. So two ways you can do it. You can either look up the listing and click that blue button that was up here, or you can create the squeeze page. Okay. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to grab the whole long link and I'm going to go into Facebook. Now, if you go to the business page, sorry, it looks like I'm doing this as my personal. So I'm going to switch to the business one. Need to make sure. Then what am I thinking about? I'm going to paste the link in. It's now going to auto populate the image. Okay, image is there. Great. I can now get rid of this text. Then I can grab the post. Now, I don't like the call to action because I don't want to chat. I want them to click through for more info. But I'm going to grab that, drop it into the post, and then I'll make some tweaks here. Okay, so if you're not exploring Edmonton real estate, you're falling behind. Is your focus stuck on the usual real estate hotspots? Edmonton's market is quietly building momentum, offering reliable returns without the bidding wars. Okay, so offering reliable returns without the bidding wars. I looked at the stats, and the stats had said that we are seeing, so we're going to say average selling price 10% higher for 2024 over, here I'm going to say November, not November, September, over September 2023. Okay, so we do the market report. The market report has told us that the stats have gone up 10%. Now imagine this, a fully rented property, complete with, fully rented, newer property, because it isn't that old, with a legal basement suite earning over $4,200 a month. Which, here. No high entry costs or intense competition. This is hundreds of dollars over what your mortgage would be. Okay, I want to let them know that there is positive cash flow because I talked to the mortgage broker. The mortgage broker showed me that the mortgage on this is under $3,000. It's $2,947 maybe with 20% down. Okay, these are important things to be able to reach out and have the actual information. Edmonton's real estate is your chance to invest in a market with low overhead and high potential. Why wait for skyrocketing prices to jump in? Lock in a rental income now and let Edmonton work its magic on your portfolio. Okay. For more photos and all the details, click the image. Okay, so now what we've done is we've created a post into Facebook. Now, all we have to do is hit post. And now this post has been uploaded to Facebook. So what we've done is we use ChatGPT to help do the write-up. Okay, many people struggle with the write-up. So what I'm trying to do is solve your problem on what to say. So we've done that fairly efficiently using the 50 viral posts. What do we call it? Prompt, sorry, the 50 viral post prompt. We've done that post. Now we can see it is here. Okay. Once it's there, we then can go to Facebook ads. Now I go into Facebook ad manager and I want to create a new ad. I want this ad to be, so if we were doing lead generation inside of Facebook, where we wanted somebody to register before they even got the info, okay, this is where we would do that. If we want them just to click through to our website, that would be somewhere else. I'm actually, with leads, okay, I'm trying to remember. I believe with leads, we are not able to use an existing post. So I'm just going to confirm that. With leads, we're not able to use an existing post to be able to do the ad. We have to do a specific ad right in it. I'm just going to do manual. Go through. I want to walk it step by step. So what I do first is I use the seller's name. Then I do the property address. Then additional information that I want to do. Okay, so I'm saying Vancouver and Toronto. I'm going to copy that one. We have to do housing as our ad category, okay? The main reason is they want to make sure that we're not doing anything prejudicial that's going to say there's certain people that we want to expose the home to and not others, okay? Although we do, we want to make sure they qualify, they'd have income, etc. Um, under the Fair Housing Act in the States, they don't allow that. And so that carries through to Canada. So we're in housing. That means we're going to have a bunch of options limited, but that's okay. Then we just scroll down. I would say skip everything else for now. Let's just hit next. Now, where do we want this? We want the form to be in instant forms. This is a form created in Facebook that we can just basically, where was it? Sorry, instant forms. This is the form in Facebook that pops up when they click on it. And what it does is it asks them to, what's the easiest way? Just it auto fills everything. So it's already there for them. Says basically, is this correct? Okay, want to maximize the number of leads. Okay, great. What's the budget? We can do it for as little as $1 US a day, $1.77. Start date, we're going to start today. I don't set an end date. When the listing goes firm, that's when I'm going to cancel it. Okay, so I got to remember to go in and do it. Audience type. We can't, this is where we are limited to the type of audience. We can see we can't change age range. Okay, we can't pick genders, any of that, because we're in housing. What we can do is we can edit where it's being advertised. So we're going to say Vancouver. There we go, Vancouver, British Columbia. And then we're going to say Toronto. Now, as I pan out, Toronto, Vancouver, and we're looking at 15 miles around the mall, okay? So you're going to see that's the minimum because of housing. Okay, we can't be too specific. We see that's 15 miles. So it is going to include Surrey. And then the same thing on Toronto. Okay, it's 15 miles. I would suggest you take a look. Just see if that's the whole area that you want to do. Okay, Toronto, you may want to expand a little bit more because suburbia is spread out. So we can see we're missing out on Oshawa, we're missing out on Georgetown and Hamilton, and all those kind of places. I'm just going to expand it 5. Oh, that's Vancouver. Yeah, what the hell? Let's expand that to 20 as well. Why is that not? There we go. So that's 20 miles. We're going to expand this one to 20 miles. Now, the reality is it will cross the border into the States. Okay. So as we look, but it's just in the water. Wouldn't panic there. Okay. Now, then as we go down, we can't change any of these things because it's housing. Placements. Okay. Right now, I'm going to suggest, just for the ease of the training, we don't worry about placements. And we're going to proceed. Basically, placements saying, do you want Instagram? Do you want Facebook feeds? Do you want Marketplace? All of that. Okay. Now, this is where we can't use an existing post so we can't use this post that we just created for the Facebook ad. So we have to actually create a new ad. All we're going to do is the exact same thing that we did on the other one. Okay. So it's a single image or video. That's fine. We're going to grab the image. So the primary text, we're going to go back to ChatGPT. We're going to copy it. Okay, under headlines. Okay, that's where I'm going to go back to ChatGPT and I'm going to grab these headlines. Now that's in there. We can add in more headlines. ChatGPT give us a few of them. The great thing is about adding multiple headlines is ChatGPT is going to try them all, and then the headline that is most effective, they're going to run with. So there we go. Okay, so we've now added the 4 different headlines that we want there. Description, this is just a brief description. Okay, so we might tell it to write a brief description for the Facebook ad. Remember, these are set up as posts, not as ads, so it didn't prompt for that. So we're going to give that a second. Now, it actually, though, don't forget, it's given us many different video scripts as well, a 15, 30, and a 60-second video script that if you did want to do this as a video, very easy to do, much more effective. Okay. I don't know how much different that is, but I'm just going to fly through here. This might be too long. Nope. Okay, we're good. And the call to action is learn more. Now it wants an image. I'm going to upload an image. It's in here. And for this ad, maybe I'm going to use the kitchen. Excuse me. All right, so we're taking that image. We click next. And next. Now, it's saying, how do we want the image to appear? It's all good. Yeah, so I'm going to leave that. So now we've written the ad. Okay, so all the creative is there, showing us that it's going to be in 11 feeds, in-stream ads, etc., 6 stories and reels. There's the write-up, there's the headlines, some basic descriptions, call to action. Now we're wanting to create the form. Okay, so how to create a form? We click on it. Now, give it a title. Investor in Toronto and Van. So this is just for me, okay? Nobody's going to see this other than me. I do want this for higher intent. Okay. Then I'm going to hit next. So enter the headline. So I'm going to go back here. I still like this. Okay, so I'm going to take that, drop it in. We ran out at 60. So that is too long. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, since they've already read that and they've clicked, we're going to say, now is your chance. I'm going to get rid of this. They want caps, every word. Now is your chance to explore Edmonton real estate. Okay. What are some of the keys with Edmonton real estate? I'm going to say low vacancy rate. I'm going to say 10% increase in average sale price. 0923 to 0924. I always want to share the verification of the expectation of the information. Okay, so I want to be very clear in what I'm stating here. And if somebody asks, we can always go and provide that report. Low vacancy rates. Low purchase prices. Okay, so we can see over here that, okay, it doesn't get to the third one, so I'm not going to expand on this much more. Okay. So we're scrolling down, everything is all full. Next. So this is actually what the lead page looks like, okay, when it comes in. Okay, so where would you like details of property sent to? Okay, so email. So we're going to say, take the full name up here. We're going to say email, and then I'm going to add in a phone number. Contact fields, phone number. Now, email is going to be mandatory. Phone number, up to you. Are you going to make it mandatory? Are you going to make it optional? Okay. If they want to lie, they're going to lie. So I'm just going to make it mandatory. If they don't want me to have their phone number, they're going to give me the wrong one. Okay. And remember, I want a higher level of contact on this. I'm not just looking for people to contact. I want people that genuinely want the information. So I'm going to make it mandatory. I'm going to go here on the privacy. Okay, we go to our website. Okay, I'm going to go to my eXp Realty website and KV Core. Go down to the very bottom. Go down to the very bottom. There should be a privacy link right here. We click on privacy. We're going to grab that link and we're going to drop it in here. Privacy policy. If there's a custom disclaimer that you want to add in, you can. Then next. So we can see as it's walking through all the steps to the process. Okay, so now we got the review page. It says, hey, here's your info. Is this right? We say yes. And then where do we want it to go? Thanks, you're all set. I might say, check your email for all details, or click show me to see all the details. Then what happens? Where do we want them to go? Scrolling down, we want them to go to a link. What link? Okay, in this case, because they've already registered, we don't want the single property. What we want is to go to the listing and click that little blue link, because we don't want somebody to have to register on the website after they've given us the info. Okay, they've basically already registered on the website. Okay, so search 12208 41st. We're clicking on the listing. We're copying that. Now we can go back to, and remember up here, we said click show me. So that's where we're going to give the call to action. Show me. Okay, now maybe what we want to say is click the show me button for greater clarity. Okay, so now that's how the final page would be after they've given us the info. So now we hit create form. So now what we've done is we've finished this form, okay? We can never go back in and edit it. We can make new ones. Okay, so it's selected this form. And so here we go. Okay, so it's all done. All the information is there. Oh, what I didn't do is I didn't carry this forward on each. So I looked over here and I could see that it says new ad set. I didn't put the title in there, so I want to make sure the titles are all correct. Okay, so it's easier for me to tell which ad is which. Okay, so now that it's all in, we hit publish. Now that's how we do a lead generation ad using the lead form in KV Core. I'm going to now quickly show you how to use the post that we did. Okay, so I'm going to close this. I'm going to create a new one. We know it's inside this campaign, inside this ad set. Okay, I'm just going to grab that, post it in here, and then I'm going to state it is using the post. Okay, just so I can tell the difference between the two ads. When I look to see if one is being more efficient than others, oh, I can't do that. Let me reverse this, discard draft. Okay, I can't use everything because that was a lead ad. Okay, and this one, I'm looking for awareness. I just want total exposure. I want to increase the exposure of my Facebook post. Okay, so I'm going to put that in. It's called post. Categories in the ad, again, is housing. Now, this is going to take way less time because I'm actually going to use the physical post that we have. So there's nothing that we're changing here. Then as we scroll down, what's the budget? I'm going to make it the same budget. Starting now, running forever. No new audience. Locations do change. We have Vancouver, British Columbia, and we did change that to, I think Vancouver was 21. I want to make them identical so I can study the stats. Okay, search location, Toronto. I'm going to make that one 20. Maybe. There we go. Can't change anything else there. We didn't change anything with placements. Okay, so it's saying for that $1 a day, I should be in front of anywhere between 473 and 1,400 people in Toronto. Oh, I'd forgotten to change the name. So let me go back up. Okay, so I'm going to paste that in here. I'm going to go back here, do the same thing. Didn't like the post. Okay. Okay, so that's there. Now partnership ad, no. Make sure you're doing your Instagram account too if you want it on Instagram. I had forgotten to mention that. But now because we've done it this way for exposure, not as a lead ad, we can use an existing post. So then all we do is scroll down, we select the post we want to use, and we hit continue. So now it's literally just using the post that we put up there. Call to action, we want to change that. We want it to be learn more. We don't want them to message. Where's learn more? Down here. Now this is where we want to use the squeeze page because where were we? Facebook ads. We want to use the squeeze page because the squeeze page says we want you to register right away. Okay, we don't want you to get the information and not sign up. Okay, we're not going to give you the info for free. So it's just that easy. We're saying in this post, use this call to action with this squeeze page, and away we go. So now in this hour, I've shown you 2 different ways to be able to do the ads. We're going to hit publish. And actually, let's do this. If we go back to campaigns, here I'm going to delete all these. Okay, if we go back to campaigns, the reason why I've got the individual's name up front, easy to find. So we're looking at dolls. We can see in dolls, there's 2 different ads. That's why we can see in the title, I put post, then I can see the difference. And then we can see all the different ad campaigns that are there. We're going to be able to monitor the stats as we go along, and we'll talk about that at a later date. But I know we moved along quickly on this. I hope it has helped. It is 2 different ways that you're going to be able to do lead generation now. Sorry. There we go. It's 2 different ways that you're going to be able to do lead generation now. And okay, Maria did ask if I can show how to turn them off when we're done. Yeah, 100%. Why don't we go there? So while I'm bringing that back up, we've shown you 2 different ways. Why is it? Okay, here it is. Sorry. 2 different ways you can do an ad. One is by putting the ad, putting a post up and then advertising the post. And the second way is directly from lead generation. Now, to stop the ads at any time, we can see this blue toggle. All you have to do is click the blue button. Okay, so I'm going to turn off that one. So then as soon as that's done, it says it was updated and it's gone. Okay, so it'll be down here in amongst all the other ads. If you had wanted to turn it back on, we can just search for it. We can see one is off, one is on. Okay, we can always just turn it back on. You can be flip-flopping as much as you want. Now, the reality is the benefit is to let it run for as much money up front as you can afford for as long as you can afford, okay? Because the more money we spend, it's just a numbers game. The more money we spend on ads, the more people we get in front of, the more likely we are to be able to get a lead. And so, you know, it's basically that simple, that easy, that direct. So we can do it for as little as $1 a day if that's all your budget allows. Now, we know right now, if you're doing out of province stuff, for example, Gary's able to do it for under $1 a lead. It's an insane cost. The expectation, so in the beginning, you might get as high as $15, $16 a lead. What we want to do is have Facebook run the ads long enough so that it learns who the right people are to get in front of. And then from there, it will start putting the ad in front of the right people. Okay, because they know that you're not going to hang out if your ads aren't effective. They know that you're not going to run a lot of ads or spend a lot of money if it's not getting results for you. So Facebook wants to put this in front of the right people that are going to register. And that's with the ones that are on the lead generation ad, okay, where it had the pop up of the lead form. If it's about exposure, it is just about exposure. Okay, so also be aware of that. The reason in the beginning when you're choosing the ads, that is going to determine who Facebook tries to put it in front of. If you're selecting lead generation, it wants to put it in front of more people so you can get more leads for a cheaper dollar. Why would they do that? Because they know that you're probably going to spend more and you're going to be around longer if you're getting more leads that, or at least enough leads that are within your budget. On the other one, we have just said put it in front of as many people as possible. So with that case, what they're going to do is literally do that. They're going to give you a cost per thousand that they're going to charge you, and they're just going to try and put you in front of thousands of buyers every single day. So I hope this helped. If there are any other questions, please feel free to reach out, and we will go on from there. Thanks everybody for joining, and we will talk to you soon.